Not all kitchens that look expensive are necessarily the ones that cost the most. True luxury doesn't come from spending more on marble or brass, although, let's be honest, it doesn't hurt, but it comes from proportion, restraint, and the quiet design choices that elevate a space without shouting for attention. So here are some of the subtle design choices that can make a kitchen feel more expensive. Balance and proportion. If you've ever walked into a kitchen that just feels right, it's probably because of balance and proportion, and oftentimes symmetry, but not always. As a designer, alignment is one of the first giveaways of a professionally planned space. The way the range hood is centered perfectly, or how the width of cabinet doors and drawers balance each other perfectly across a run or on a kitchen island. These are the quiet details that tell your brain that everything is intentional. One of the biggest mistakes I see in some kitchens is probably overcrowding. Too many tool cabinets on one wall, every inch of wall space just covered with upper cabinets, or an island hemmed in too close by the cabinets and walls around it. Give your design room to breathe. Negative space, when used deliberately, is one of the most luxurious design elements there is. If you have tool cabinetry on one side, balance it out with some open shelving or a lighter feature on the other. Rather than going wall to wall with your upper cabinets, leave a little space and allow them to breathe. Even in a smaller kitchen, this sense of balance instantly makes the space feel bespoke and intentional. Lighting. I think lighting is still one of the most underrated elements in kitchen design. You can spend thousands on cabinets, but if the lighting is harsh or flat, the whole design just loses impact. The secret, as I have said many times before, is layering your light sources. Ambient lighting sets the mood, so think ceiling fixtures or recessed spotlights. Task lighting brings function, so under cabinet strips or maybe your pendants. Accent lighting adds depth, inside glass cabinets, above shelving, or even under worktops. You want these layers of light and you want to be able to control them individually. Add a dimmer switch to give you even more control, and maybe even swap some cool white bulbs for some slightly warmer LEDs, and you'll notice the difference immediately. And none of this is that expensive to do, it just takes a bit of forward planning. Materials that age gracefully. Luxury isn't about flawlessness, it's about authenticity. Some of the most beautiful materials are the ones that change with time. Real wood, unlacquered brass, or maybe honed marble. These materials develop patina, warmth, and texture that give your kitchen more of a soul. High gloss laminates and imitation finishes may look perfect on day one, but over time they can start to feel flat and a little lifeless. And if you're on a tighter budget, you don't need to go all in on luxury materials. You can use them strategically. Maybe a solid oak breakfast bar, some brass handles, or a section of natural stone on an island or as a splashback. Having some small touches of these types of materials can elevate the space as a whole. The feel factor. It isn't always just what you see, it's often what you feel that makes things luxurious. When you open a drawer and it glides silently, when a cabinet door gently closes with a soft click, that's real thought and craftsmanship. Soft close hinges, solid handles, and some precision fittings. These details make a kitchen feel refined. You can't really capture the sound of a satisfyingly solid, soft closed drawer in a photo, but you'll notice and appreciate it every single day. That tactile quality can be what separates a good kitchen from a great one. Integrated and hidden design elements. Nothing says bespoke quite like seamless integration. Panel-ready dishwashers, built-in fridges, even discreet extraction. All of these keep the space looking calm and uncluttered. And it's not just integrating your appliances, it can be the small hidden details too. If you're designing from scratch, think about how everything's going to line up, how high your ovens are stacked, and the cabinet doors and drawer sizes around them. If you need any worktop seams, where are they going to go? Can you hide them subtly, or even rejig things around to avoid them altogether? There's probably dozens of these hidden little design elements that, when considered thoughtfully, can really start to add up and make a space feel more intentional and put together. Often, the fewer visual interruptions there are, the more luxurious the kitchen feels. Materials that speak the same language. Consistency is what ties everything together. Designers call it a cohesive design language, but it's essentially where every element feels connected to the next and connected as an overall space. Repeat materials, finishes, or even shapes across the room. Match your tap finish to your handles, to the little metal details in your bar stools, or maybe echo your worktop material in some open shelving. You can even pick up on the subtle coloring in your countertop and bring it out with the tiling on your backsplash. Subtle repetition like this that makes a design feel calm and thoughtful. When every element feels like it belongs, even modest materials can start to look premium, styled but lived in. And finally, styling. The most luxurious kitchens never feel sterile, they feel lived in, but beautifully so. A vase with fresh greenery, a stack of beautiful ceramics, or a few of your favorite cookbooks add warmth, texture, and some personality. The trick is knowing when to stop. I think there's a popular concept among interior designers and stylists that say, style your space, then remove one thing. It's something like that. It's just the idea that you give your final edit that little bit more breathing space. You want that sense of effortless calm that's the hallmark of great design. Bringing it all together, the expensive feel formula. I suppose the takeaway here is that a kitchen feels expensive not necessarily because of what you spend, but because of how you design it. When proportion, lighting, texture, and cohesion all work together, even simple materials can look high-end. So remember, balanced proportions and spacing, layered warm lighting, natural tactile materials, quiet high-quality fittings, repeated tones or finishes, and hidden clutter and visible calm. These are the subtle design decisions that make a kitchen feel luxurious without necessarily blowing your budget. True luxury isn't about having more, it's about making every detail count. So, what are some subtle ways that you've elevated your kitchen or techniques you're looking to implement into your next project? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll love this one, where I talk about some subtle design details that I really love. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.